Between 1975 and 1980, Peter Sutcliffe, later dubbed the Yorkshire Ripper, terrorized northern England with a series of brutal murders. His reign of terror left 13 women dead and 7 others injured, sparking fear and outrage throughout the country. Sutcliffe's attacks often followed a chilling pattern. He targeted women, many of whom were sex workers or alone at night. Armed with hammers, screwdrivers, and knives, Sutcliffe would strike swiftly, often bludgeoning his victims before inflicting horrific stab wounds. His crimes initially went unnoticed, but as the bodies began to pile up, police realized they were dealing with a serial killer. The first confirmed victim, Wilma McCann, was killed in October 1975. Her body was discovered near her home in Leeds with evidence of a brutal assault. Over the next few years, more women were found murdered in similar circumstances. Fear gripped the streets, particularly in West Yorkshire and Greater Manchester, where many of the attacks occurred. Despite mounting pressure, the police investigation faced numerous setbacks. Sutcliffe was interviewed by investigators 9 times during the manhunt, but was released each time due to a lack of concrete evidence. The case was further derailed by a hoax letter and audio recording sent to police by someone pretending to be the killer. This led investigators to focus on a suspect with a Wearside accent, diverting attention away from Sutcliffe. In January 1981, Sutcliffe's reign of terror came to an end by chance. Police stopped him in Sheffield for driving with false license plates. During questioning, they found a hammer and knife in his possession. Sutcliffe later confessed to being the Yorkshire Ripper, shocking the nation with his admission. During his trial, Sutcliffe claimed he was on a mission from God to kill sex workers, though not all his victims fit this description. His defense argued he was suffering from paranoid schizophrenia, but the jury found him guilty of 13 murders and 7 attempted murders. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole. The Yorkshire Ripper case exposed major flaws in the handling of serial killer investigations. Police were criticized for dismissing leads and relying too heavily on the hoax communications. The case also highlighted societal prejudices, as many of the victims were initially dismissed due to their occupations or lifestyles. In 2020, Peter Sutcliffe died of COVID-19 while serving his sentence, but the scars he left on the victims' families and communities remain. How did societal attitudes at the time affect the investigation? Could more lives have been saved if police had acted differently? And what lessons can modern investigators learn from this case? Thank you for exploring this harrowing case with me. If you found this story compelling, please like the video and subscribe to Theoretical for more deep dives into true crime and unsolved mysteries. What are your thoughts on the investigation's missteps